Welcome to Easy 3 Sport Production. I'm your host Suttles, and before we get started, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that sub button. Make sure you hit that like, turn on the bell notification so you can be up to date with all this giant content. Now, without further ado, let's get it. So today we'll be talking about the NFL draft. The 2022 draft is coming up. We got a new GM in Joe Shane. We are waiting to see what's going to happen with the head coaching situation. Buffalo did just lose, so I'm thinking that most likely it's going to be that guy that's coming. But that's not what this is about. This is about the mock draft, and we have 2 picks in the first round, 3 players that I feel like that is worthy of this number 5 pick, because these are the areas that we need to most likely improve, and I think that these guys can really be day one impact the minute that they step onto the field. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first guy that is my absolute favorite is Kavon Thiboda. Now, a lot of people, you may see that the mocks are mocking him at number 1 or number 2. Mind you, the draft always falls in a very peculiar way. It doesn't, all it takes is just one team to trade up and for a guy to drop down. Now Kavon is a physically gifted pass rusher. He is an elite pass rusher, but he has some flaws. I mean, he's injured a lot. I mean, tackling, he really doesn't finish the tackle all as well. And then when it comes to pass coverage, he's not the greatest at, but his first step is extremely explosive. He's very versatile. He plays the DN / outside linebacker, and he can get to the quarterback at will, and it's his hand placement. Those are one of the things that when I was scouting him, I really did like about him, was that his hand placement. He may not get to the quarterback in the first quarter, the second quarter, but he'll be doing a whole bunch of hand placement to really set the blockers up for later on, and then he just ramrod and let his talent really take over. Now this guy, he is an absolute elite type prospect. Him and Aiden Hutchinson are the top pass rushers in this draft class, and then there's a bunch after, but he is the elite of the elite, and I believe that he is number 1, but it can be a possibility that he can fall to number 5. So this is why I got him on this board. Now, is it likely? Maybe not. But if he's there, you have to take that type of talent at number 5. If for somebody that was supposed to go number 1 or 2 and he falls to 5 at you, and that is a dire need, you gotta go ahead and grab him. Got to, hands down. So the next guy I feel like that is worthy of this number 5 pick is Akeem Aguan. He is a offensive lineman because he played left tackle and played left guard at North Carolina State. This man is absolutely nasty. I mean, that's the type of nastiness that you want on your offensive line. He really knows how to finish off plays. He really knows how to bully guys. He is a very aggressive tackle / guard. Now, the problem is that over-aggression can be used against him when it comes to the NFL, because the balance isn't on point. I have seen him trying to really put somebody on their ass, and they really step to the side, and he's ending up on the floor. One thing that he does get beat with a lot is inside moves. I mean, when he was at the tackle position and when he was at the guard position, those inside moves just seems like those were the things that was really hindering him in pass blocking and in run blocking. And also his hand placement. His hand placement isn't the greatest. I mean, he puts that jab out there and he doesn't really hit all the time, but at the end of the day, of how strong, how powerful, and how just fearful of a guy that he is, this is the type of dangerous offensive lineman that you would want, because his strengths, he run blocks. He makes sure he gets to the 2nd level, the 3rd level. He's going to create a path for your running back, hands down. He's going to make sure once he gets you in his grasp, he's going to hold on to you. You're not getting by him. Pass protection, run blocking, you're not going to get by him. He is that kind of offensive lineman, and it's just a nastiness. Like for me, Giants, we need nastiness on this offensive line, hands down. And as I spoke about before, because of his over-aggressiveness, he is very physically gifted. He can literally just take a D lineman and move him to wherever he wants. And he's very agile. I mean, he played the tackle position, he played the guard position, and he does pull very well and get in front of that running back to make sure that he's creating a path. Now, for me, I really do like this pick at 5. I mean, he is a top prospect in this draft. He does have a little bit of cons, but it could be worked with. I would love to see him and Andrew Thomas on that same side and really dominate that left side for the foreseeable future. And the third player that I believe deserves that number 5 pick is Tyler Lindenbaum. Now, we have been linked to Tyler Lindenbaum ever since the middle of the college season. This guy is, he's what it is. I mean, usually centers don't get drafted that high, but when you are in need of the offensive lineman to be worked on as much as the Giants are, Tyler Lindenbaum can really come in and be a day 1 starter and really hone on to this offensive line and maybe change the whole complexion of it. I mean, he's a center, he's 6'3", he's 290, he's pretty small, but he's very stout. He has a very quick first step. He gets out of his stance very quickly. He's also able to pull. He's also able to, at that center position, to really snap the ball, pull to get to where he needs to be to lead that running back to where they want to be going. His hand placement and technique is very elite. Now, being a smaller size center, I wouldn't expect anything other than that because of your size. You gotta make sure you make up for it somewhere else, and that's where it is, the hand placement and the technique on that offensive line. And one of the best things that he does, he gets to that second and third level quickly. I mean, really quick. For a center, he's very agile. He's able to get to that second level. He's able to get to those linebackers and seal that block. Now, one of the cons for him is most likely he's going to have to gain some weight. I want to see him put on a little bit more weight so that when he's going up against the Aaron Donalds of the world, the Vita Veas, he just won't get bull rushed each and every time. I mean, I understand that he got that low center of gravity. He's able to hold off the people, but the NFL is a different monster. I mean, Aaron Donald is a beast. Vita Vea is a monster. Those are the kinds of guys that he'll be going up against on a week-to-week type basis. So he's going to have to add some more weight, a little bit more strength. But for the most part, he is just a flat-out center. So you're not going to have him at guard, not going to have him at tackle. The versatility is not there. So if you're looking for a versatile guy, he's not there. But if you're looking for a guy who's going to man your offensive line for the foreseeable future, Tyler Lindenbaum is the guy. If you agree with me, go ahead and hit that sub. If not, I'll take a like.